Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a yin sequence that is focused on your lower back. So first thing in the morning, your back is feeling a little tight, a little stiff. This is going to be the perfect sequence for you. You'll need 2 blocks, and that will be the only prop that you need today. Actually, you only need 1 block. So have a block nearby, preferably a soft block. But if you're ready, let's get started. So we'll start our sequence in tabletop position for a few cat-cows. So knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale and let's arch your belly down towards the mat, sending your gaze up. Exhale, rounding through your spine. Inhale. And exhale, really pressing away from the mat. And if you need to move around a little, just get that full spine, lower spine, your upper. Just continue at your own pace. Okay, so on your next round, come back to neutral. Now extend your left foot out behind you with your toes curled down to the mat. Now slowly begin to move that left foot over towards the right side of your mat. And maybe send your gaze back towards the right. Try to see if you can see that foot over there. Or a gentle side bend. And exhale, coming back to center. Bringing that knee down, extending your right leg this time. Maybe pressing back into that calf muscle a bit. It might feel good right now as well. And then moving that foot over towards the left. Sending your gaze back to see if you can sneak a peek. And returning to center. Bringing both knees down to the mat. Now for our puppy pose. So walking your hands forward. Keeping your knees still under your hips. Walking your hands forward to melt your forehead to the mat. Maybe sending your chest down towards the mat as well. We'll be holding our poses for up to 2 minutes, around 2 minutes today. And slowly rolling forward all the way onto your belly for Sphinx pose. Bring your feet about hip width apart. Forearms parallel to each other. Elbows under shoulders. Fingers spread wide and palms pressing down into the mat. Rolling your shoulders down and back. Feel free to send your gaze straight ahead here, or send your gaze down towards the top of your mat. And if that still feels a little too intense, or if you feel this compression in your back, lower back, move your elbows up a bit. If you haven't already, maybe start to think about what your intentions are for this practice. What was your reason for turning on this video today? What do you hope to get out of this practice? How do you hope that it will affect the rest of your day? Gently pressing your pelvis down into the mat. Now from here, we're going to be taking banana pose. So just go ahead and bringing your forehead down. Walk your feet over towards the left side of your mat. And then walk your hands and your chest, your head over towards the left as well. So you're making this crescent shape or banana shape with your body. And extending up through that left arm, if you like, through the right arm, I'm sorry. And if you like, maybe take your left hand and grab that right wrist. Feeling the stretch along the right side of your body. Maybe focusing on your breath and imagining your breath just going directly right into that right side. You can also just bend your elbows as I'm doing and rest your forehead down to the back of your hands. Now walking your feet back to center and then your upper body. Let's take it to the other side. So walk your feet over towards the right, then your arms. Finding a comfortable position and then finding stillness. And moving back to center, moving your feet, then your upper body. Bringing your palms beside your chest, pressing up into your downward facing dog. Bending slightly through your knees. Maybe walking your heels out. Just allow your head and neck to hang heavy here. Now finding your pigeon pose, so feel free to come to tabletop first to find pigeon, or extend from downward facing dog, your right foot up for three-leg dog, and bring it all the way through for your pigeon pose. Your right knee behind your right wrist, the right foot somewhere behind your left hand. If you have a gap between your hip and the floor over here on the right side, you can use your block, kind of wedge between your hip and the floor. Now square your hips to make sure that you are facing the top of your mat. Inhale, extend up, and exhale, folding forward for sleeping swan. Bring your elbows to the mat, or feel free to come all the way down and bring your forehead all the way down to the mat, just depending on what's accessible to you. Remembering to keep your legs soft, so keeping that right hip nice and soft, breathing into it. Slowly pressing yourself up, coming out of your pigeon pose, and maybe you extend that right leg back, whatever feels good right now. And then we're going to find pigeon pose on the left. So however you found it first time, maybe start from tabletop or from three-leg dog. Squaring your hips. Inhale, stand up, and exhale, fold. Feel free to have a block here under your forehead if you like, if you want something to kind of support your head in this pose. Slowly pressing yourself up out of your swan pose, and once again extending that left foot behind you, doing whatever feels right at that moment, in this moment. And from here, let's come to a seated position for our bound angle pose. And bringing the soles of your feet together to touch. You can bring them in or as far away as is comfortable for you, depending on how close they are. The closer to you, you'll feel it more in your inner thigh. The further away, you may begin to feel it out here in your outer thigh. So inhale, extending nice and tall. And on the exhale, we're going to take a fold forward, rounding through our spine. We're not pulling or straining, just simply allowing. Just allowing your spine to fall forward, keeping your muscles, your leg muscles nice and soft. Chin tucked in towards your chest. And you can also use a block here to rest your forehead on if you prefer. You may observe yourself naturally sinking more and more the longer you hold the pose. And using your hands to press yourself up, walk your hands back, slowly roll up out of this pose. And now let's take some twist. It's it's a counter pose, that forward fold. Let's inhale, extend up. Exhale, take a twist to the right. Maybe placing your left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you, gazing back. Pulling that belly button in. And exhale, release, and let's take it to the left. And exhale, release. From here, let's come down to a reclined position for happy baby pose. Alright, so bring your feet up. Bend your knees to grab either the outsides of your feet or use your index finger and middle finger to grab your big toe. So whatever feels best for you. Trying to maybe bring your thighs parallel to the mat. We're creating some resistance here by gently pulling down and pressing your feet up. Relaxing your head and shoulders. And let's see if we can keep our lower backs flat to the mat. And exhale, release. Bring your feet down to the mat. Grab your block. And we'll be going into bridge pose. So pressing into your feet to lift your hips. Place your block under your hips at your sacrum. And use the height that feels best for you. If the lower height feels good today, go there. Just kind of stay wherever, choose whatever height works best for you. Just allowing the block to sit right at your sacrum, so you don't want it digging into your lower back. Heels under your knees. You tuck your shoulder blades in. Open your hands to face up if what you need is to receive today. And if you need a grounding, flip your palms of your hands down. And pressing into your feet to remove the block. Slowly bring your hips down. Extend your feet out for our final pose, Shavasana. Shoulder blades tucked. Palms facing up or down. Just allowing yourself to take up space. Arms wide. Your legs wide. Just find your natural breath here. Allow yourself to absorb the benefits of this yin practice for your lower back. Maybe take notice of what feels different. Softening through your jaw, your forehead. begin to deepen your breath. You find gentle movement. You're turning your head side to side, wiggling your fingers and toes. Feel the ground beneath you. Extend your arms overhead. Pointing your toes, extending your fingers out. Turning to one side and pressing to Shavasana. Bring your palms together at your heart center for indoor practice with a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Until next time.